Hi, I'm Kevin West, and today we're going to be making strawberry jam. Today it's springtime. We found beautiful strawberries at the farmer's market, so we're going to make some strawberry jam. My basic recipe is a pound of fruit, a cup of sugar, and a teaspoon of lemon juice. To prep strawberries, all you need to do is cut off the cap and then slice the fruit into small pieces. The fruit is going to break down as you cook it, so you don't have to worry too much about making the pieces consistently sized. Just toss it in a bowl. The next step. Sugar is important because it is what keeps the fruit from spoiling. So for 2 pounds of fruit, we're going to use about 2 cups of sugar. I always like to scant the sugar a little bit, which is to say take just a little bit less than 2 cups. Remember, you can add more, but you can't take any out. And we're going to add now a little lemon juice, about 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. And now comes the fun part. Mix together the sugar and the fruit. Just get in there and mash up the fruit and the sugar. And what you want to look for is see how this has already started to release a lot of juice? That means you are ready to make jam. When I'm cooking at home, I taste everything at every step along the way. So I just want to taste it. And it's delicious. If you wanted to, at this point, you could add a little bit more sugar, you could add a little bit more lemon juice, but don't go overboard. Stick with my recipe until you get a feel for it, and then you can adapt it a little bit if you like. Pour it into a pot. You can use pretty much any kind of pot that you would like to cook the jam in, but it should be wide enough and deep enough that the fruit and sugar mixture in the bottom is no more than about 1 inch deep. So see, that's less than 1 inch deep. You always want to cook jam as fast as you can. The faster you cook it, the more fresh flavor remains. While we're waiting for this to boil, if you have really perfect, beautiful strawberries, you may not need to add anything, but if you need a little boost, add vanilla bean. Just roll it between your fingers like this to loosen it up a little bit. Cut it lengthwise and open it up, and inside there are millions of tiny little specks, which are actually seeds. And you scrape out the specks with the edge of your knife like that and throw it into your jam pot. And if you want an even stronger vanilla flavor, take the pod itself and put the pod into the jam pot. You can see the steam rising up here, and it actually smells fantastic. When it starts to boil, the jam will throw off a certain amount of foam, but don't worry about it. If you look into the top of the pot from here, you've got large bubbles forming on the surface of the jam. I call those large bubbles frog eyes. And once you start to get frog eyes all over the surface of the hot jam, then you know that you're almost done. And let's just stir it a minute longer to make sure it doesn't scorch. It's really beautiful. It's this incredible red color. It's also delicious. So I'm going to put most of this in a bowl or in a coffee mug and just store it in the refrigerator. But if you would like to learn the basics of home canning, then tune into the next segment where I'm going to teach you how to can your strawberry jam. For this segment, I want to teach you the basics of safe home canning so that you can take some of this jam and store it in mason jars.